Hello, welcome back to the start of another weekly vlog. It is Friday morning and we finally made it to Chicago last night. So as I mentioned in last week's vlog, I'm spending the weekend in Chicago with one of my good friends from New York and her mom who's from Nebraska. Well, she's from Nebraska, her mom still lives there. So her mom flew in last night. Her flight was all fine and on time. She landed at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. My mom went and picked her up from the airport and they went to bed at a reasonable hour. If you follow me on Instagram, our flight was delayed almost 3 hours. I don't know what happened. I don't know what was going on, but we were delayed 3 hours. So we had to sit in the Newark airport, which is not the greatest airport to kill time in, especially the Southwest terminal. So we didn't end up landing in Chicago until almost 2, and we didn't get to my mom's until like 2:30, 2:45. So we were exhausted, but the adrenaline and the excitement, like my bladder woke me up at like 9 and I couldn't go back to sleep. I was just like so excited to get the day started. So we spent the morning just sort of hanging out, relaxing, having coffee, catching up. And then my mom re-dyed my hair. So mom's hair salon got that out of the way. And now we just dropped off my stuff. So I'm actually coming at you. If you watched all the vlogs, you're probably like, that doesn't look like any of your mom's apartments. So the quick of it is my mom does have 2 apartments in this building. She's got a 2-bedroom that her and my stepdad and my one brother who's still at home live in full time. Then she has a studio in the same building that is really for the rest of us when we come home and visit, because they have 5 other children, 3 of which are in college and 2 of which are grown, but only one of them lives here in Chicago. And so whenever we're home, like we need a place to stay. So she has an extra studio that's meant for all of her extra kids. And so I was gonna stay up in the 2-bedroom, either like on the couch or I'd kick my brother to the couch and take his bed and then let my friend and her mom stay in the studio. But then my mom at some apartment complex event won 2 nights in the guest suite. So that's where I'm at right now. The apartment building has, I don't know how many, if they just have 1 or if they have more than 1, but they have a guest suite. It's basically a hotel room, but in the building that you can book if you have people coming to visit, which is so nice, especially if you're living in an apartment and you have a lot of people coming around the holidays or whatever. It's nice to have that option. Now it's not free, like you have to pay for it, and they book up pretty far in advance, but my mom won these 2 free nights, so we decided to do it this weekend. We still had my friend and her mom stay in the studio because my mom knew she could control like having snacks and lots of towels, and you know, it's her apartment, so she can make sure that it's nice and ready for guests. And then her and I are gonna stay here in the guest suite. And so let me just give you a quick tour. It is not renovated. So this building is like half the units have been renovated like for new stuff, and then the other half are still in the process. So you can see that there's carpet. So that part is definitely something that hasn't been renovated. All like my mom's other units both have hardwood. So I don't know if it's real or not, but they both have hardwood. It only has 1 queen bed, which is kind of interesting. I mean, it's big enough. Let me flip it around. Like they could have very easily fit a king and still had 2 nightstands. Like those are big wide nightstands, and there's extra space on both sides of it. But then it has this little couch sitting area, and the couch does turn into a bed also. The view is west facing. So my mom's units both have beautiful lake views. This one faces west, so you can see DePaul University. We've got a little chair and the TV, and then it is a full studio apartment. So it's got a kitchen, but also again, not renovated. So my mom's units all have stainless steel appliances and this one does not, and some outdated floors. And then the bathroom, the tile also outdated. The bathroom's not that bad though, to be honest. Like it doesn't look that outdated. Although it's hard to tell on camera. The sink is so short. And my mom said that that's like an outdated thing, and that the sink is short. So it's cute, it's perfect. It's perfect for like just my mom and I to come down and have space and a bed, and everybody has a bed. I don't have to kick my brother out. So I'm gonna go downstairs and meet them so we can get our day started. We're going to go shopping, and then we're gonna have a late lunch. We're doing a Prohibition tour that starts at 4. They're gonna take us to a bunch of speakeasies and teach us about what Prohibition was like in Chicago. And then we're gonna go to dinner. My mom made reservations for lunch and dinner. I have no idea where we're going.
All right, so I think we have just about everybody. We're gonna start, let me go make sure we have everybody. I also wanna bring you down here because we're gonna be drinking buddies for the next like 2-3 hours or so. So make friends. So today we're going to 4 bars that were speakeasies. All right, my name's Sydney, if I didn't say that, just so you know. Sydney like Australia, if you need to address me at any point. So today we are going to 4 bars that were speakeasies during the 1920s and 30s and are still functioning bars to this day. So we're in each of these bars, we're going to be learning the history of each individual bar, the names associated with each bar, and how they operated. So what it takes to get a drink in a speakeasy during the Prohibition era. I'm going to be unloading about 130 years worth of Prohibition-related history on you guys. That's a lot of information. I am not expecting you to retain all of it by any means. There's not going to be like a quiz or anything at the end. Just hoping that while you're learning it, you'll be entertained and be able to regurgitate some of it at fancy dinner parties later on in your life. We're going to be learning how Prohibition started, who supported it, who opposed it, how it's ratified into the United States Constitution, trouble that it causes once it is ratified, the names it creates, both infamous and famous, its inevitable failure, and its lasting impact on the United States. Woo, welcome to the bus, everybody. So great, so we're gonna dive right in. We got a lot to get to before we get to our second stop, Club Lucky. So the first thing I wanna ask you guys, have you all heard the term speakeasy?
Yeah.
Obviously probably in movies, TV shows, you've heard that 1,000 times, especially associated with Prohibition. Now the actual definition of a speakeasy during the 20s and 30s is just a place where you can get a drink. That's all that means. But for some reason, when the general public thinks speakeasy, we all think like a super secret door. You're gonna start to notice all the places we're going today are on the first floor, if not on a corner, right out in the open. Regular people like you and I drank on the first floor during Prohibition. Now the secret doors or the secret rooms that you see in movies, they do exist. They're very rarely where the partying takes place. Most of the time, they're actually just storage areas for the money, the booze.
Good morning. I already put sunscreen on my face. That's why it is so greasy. It is Sunday morning. We have had the most wonderful weekend. It's been so nice to just spend some girl time and do some fun things. And I definitely recommend a lot of the things that we did. I know you saw a lot of it, but let me give a little bit more color and tell you what it was, and like that I recommend it. And then obviously I'll link all the websites below. So Friday we went shopping. I ended up going into a store called Eloquii, which I had kind of heard of the brand before because there's a dress that I was wearing actually that I love from Draper James by Eloquii, or Eloquii by Draper James, whatever it is. It's Draper James style, which is Reese Witherspoon's brand, but it's in the plus sizes of Eloquii. And the dress I was wearing was actually a 12, which personally I don't consider a plus size, but apparently I was talking to the women in the store. Apparently Reese does consider it plus size because her brand itself does not come higher than a 10. That's not the point. Anyways, I went into the store just because I was interested. I didn't know they had a standalone store. I'd never looked at the brand by itself. And the overall style in the store was not necessarily my vibe. Like the colors and the types of patterns, like I like color and pattern, don't get me wrong, but it just wasn't totally my vibe. It was maybe a little bit more like bohemian-y style, which is just not necessarily, I'm like kind of a more bright colors, not a more like, they're almost like fall colors is how it felt. Now maybe it was just because it was fall or like everybody's clothes are moving into fall. But regardless, I ended up trying on this like shirt slash jacket slash, it ends up kind of being a dress, which is what took me into the fitting room to begin with, because I tried it on over my clothes and it was really cute, but I was like, is this long enough to be a dress, or is it really only gonna work as a shirt? I don't know. And so my mom was like, well, you should go try it on without without your dress on and see if it works. And also let's try it on with jeans while we're doing it, just to see what it looks like if you were to wear it as a shirt. And so I grabbed a pair of jeans off like literally just to try on this shirt, and ended up loving the jeans. I am not a jeans person. If you watch my vlogs, like I wear dresses. That's my thing. I either wear leggings or dresses. Like that's it. And I don't usually wear jeans because I've never found a pair of jeans that really makes me comfortable. Like they were stretchy enough that they were comfortable. They were the right length. I have short legs for my height, so I am 5'6", but my legs are shorter for my height. I need a certain size to fit my thighs and my bottom, which usually means it's gonna be too big on my waist because I do have a smaller waist in comparison to those other parts of my body. These jeans fit perfectly. They fit perfectly because they are made for women with bodies like mine. They are made for women with curves. And it was just mind-blowing. I was so excited. I got the jeans, I got the shirt, and then they were having a sale that if you get 3 items, you get 20% off. And so I picked out a new shirt to go with my new jeans. It's this like flowy top with a pattern. It's got these sleeves and it ties around the waist. So cute. So I'm so excited about my new clothes, and that was like the win from Friday. And then we went on the Prohibition tour, which was also phenomenal. If you are visiting Chicago, or you're in Chicago, or your family in Chicago, like highly recommend. It is, you go to 4 bars. Now the bars, I want to caveat, this is not a speakeasy tour of Chicago. You're not going to like the speakeasy style bar, like current speakeasy style bars in Chicago. You're going to places that were a key part of Prohibition in Chicago, and that happen to still be bars or restaurants today. None of them were like speakeasy style bars, if that makes sense. And then you could get a drink in each bar if you wanted to. That wasn't included in the tour, which is kind of nice because if you want to pace yourself, like 4 cocktails is a lot. So if you want to only have 2, like you pace yourself. It's not included. Most of the tour, like the focus of the tour, is history. It is a history of Prohibition in Chicago, which was absolutely phenomenal. I highly recommend it. Our tour guide was great. And obviously you wouldn't necessarily have the same one, but if she's that great, I have to imagine that the company gets other great tour guides as well. So really recommend that. And then Saturday, we went to this thing at Italy, which I don't know if our Italy in New York ever does this, but basically it was tastings and food. And so you got a little passport card that had 10 tastings, and you could either spend them on cocktails, which were 2 stars, or wine or beer, which was 1 star. And then they just had food throughout the different places. Now it wasn't all throughout all of Italy. It was in like siloed rooms. There were these like separate rooms within Italy that they had this going on in, which was, I mean, it was gonna be less crazy. I actually kind of thought it was gonna be like spread out throughout Italy, but it ended up being fine. It was a great like price. I think the tickets were like 30, 35, and we mostly spent our stars on wine. And I mean, they are tasting sizes. You're not having 10 glasses of wine, okay? But it was still like, they were generous, they were very sweet, and the food was good, and we had a good time. Like, it was a good atmosphere. And then we went on a boat tour, which ended up being a lot longer than originally anticipated. So the boat was supposed to leave a dock in the river at 7:30, and we were gonna do part of the river architecture tour. So it wasn't the full river, it didn't go up the North Branch, but it was most of the river and a lot of architecture and a lot of the architecture tour while it was still light out. And then we were supposed to go out onto the lake and do the lake views, go north, go south, and then go back in, and it was supposed to be 7:30 to 9. Okay, that was the time. We didn't leave the dock until probably closer to 8 because the boat was just late getting in, and then by the time they got all the people off and then got all of our people on, like it was almost 8. We didn't actually like start to leave to go to the lake until like 8:45, 9-ish almost. Like it was almost dark by the time we were exiting out onto the lake. And because this Saturday night, there were so many boats trying to get in and out of from the river to the lake. And that's a process. If you're not from Chicago or from the Midwest, the river is 5 inches shallower, 5 inches lower than the lake. So they have a system called the locks to get your boats either up to the lake level so you can go out, or like down to the river level so you can come back in. And it's a process to get all the boats in and out of this transition. And so that took forever. And at this point we were kind of nervous. So we were supposed to get back at 9, and then we were gonna go to a bar to watch the fireworks, the Navy Pier fireworks that are at 10 on Saturday nights in Chicago in the summer. And so we thought we would get back at 9. That would give us enough time to get over to the pier, go to a bar to watch the fireworks, right? Clearly we were wrong. So then he acknowledged that we were running late. So then we were nervous that we were gonna, it was gonna be awkward timing and we were gonna miss the fireworks. Like we were gonna be back halfway down the river at the dock when the fireworks were going off and we weren't going to be able to enjoy them. And for a while that's how it was looking. He kept saying like, yeah, we're going to plan to get back to the dock around like 9:45, 10. And we were like, well, that sucks because that's like right when the fireworks are about to start. So, but they ended up, I don't know if they stalled a little bit out on the lake or just then trying to get back in took time, but we ended up still being on the boat when the fireworks went off. So that was a really, really cool view. And then we went home. So that was a lot. I just wanted to fill you in a little bit, minus the clips that you saw earlier in the vlog. And now it is Sunday and we are spending the whole day by the pool. My mom's already up there. It's 5 of 9. They open the doors at 9 and we want to make sure we get enough chairs. So she's like, I'm gonna be ready to go with towels to get the chairs. She was like, you get ready and come meet me. So I just wanted to quickly check in with you. Quickly, I just babbled for like 8-9 minutes. Anyways, I'm gonna go meet my mom upstairs and reserve the chairs and enjoy our lovely day by the pool. Hello, happy Tuesday. As always, it takes me like a day to get readjusted when I fly home and then go straight to work in the morning, which was what I did yesterday. Powered through yesterday. Luckily I had a lot of meetings and like events going on, so that helped the day go by quicker. And then I came home, I like tried to unpack a little bit, but let's be honest, I didn't really unpack. I filmed my plan with me, and then Sam came home a little bit earlier than he had originally planned, and so we just hung out and we finished the 100. We watched the season finale, which I didn't hate, but like it left us on a really big cliffhanger, which I got. Like, if it's a good season finale and like we're really excited about the next season, great, but also I was like, wait, what? So anyways, it was good. The episode was good. They did wrap up like the big piece of this season, but left a huge cliffhanger for next season. And then I slept. I was so tired. I went to bed pretty early. And then today, powered again through work, and then I went to Trader Joe's. I forgot my camera at home, so that is why you did not join me at Trader Joe's. But that's the same as it is every time I include Trader Joe's in a weekly vlog. It's the same thing. Although I am taking the bus home, so when I was going to Trader Joe's and then going to Jenny Craig, I would take a Uber Pool or a Via, which is a like rideshare app that exists here in New York. I would take that home because I had 3 or 4 bags of food, and so I just wanted to put them in the trunk of a car. But when I just go to Trader Joe's and I only have 2 bags of groceries, I do take the bus home from Trader Joe's. So I got home, I put the groceries away, and I like tidied up the kitchen and the living room, and I started to like finish my unpacking. Let me show you the current state of my bedroom. So we have this pile that needs to get sorted into the hamper over there. We have that pile, which is all the travel stuff that I need to put all back in the suitcase so I can put the suitcase back into the closet. We have the pile of Rent the Runway stuff that I need to zip up all into a bag so I can return it. One thing in here is new that I need to try on. I've never ordered it before, so I want to make sure it fits, and if it does, then it'll go in my closet, and the only thing that will be in the bag is the dress that I have on, and then all the plastic, which they recycle, and then all the extra hangers. I have this pile of makeup that needs to get put all back over there into the makeup vanity area. And then the reason I turned the camera on is this is the pile of new clothes that I got. So when I was unpacking, I have been really good, and I only packed things that I wore. Like, all I ended up with was dirty clothes, except for this pile, which is all new. And so I thought I would quickly show you what I ended up buying when I was home. So I bought things at 2 different stores, TJ Maxx and then this store called Eloquii. So let's start with Eloquii. It is a plus size store. I talked about it earlier in the vlog when I talked about shopping, so let me just show you what I got. The first thing is a shirt slash dress. Okay, so it's got sleeves that go about to the elbow. Hi Charlie. It's got, and then it wraps and it ties around the middle, and then it's got this like kind of different like layered skirt. It's obviously very wrinkled from being in my suitcase. I didn't not fold it up very well, but it is sort of this interesting length. So it's hard to tell here, but it is long enough that if I wear thick tights, I can pull this off as a dress. Like, it's a short dress. Like, I'm not gonna wear it to work dress, and I do feel like I need tights to be comfortable, but it is very cute, and it is cute as a shirt too. And so when I wanted to try it on as a shirt, that is what led me to try on the jeans. And the jeans are the first pair of jeans I've ever owned that I actually enjoy wearing. It is the first pair of jeans ever that fit my thighs and my butt, but also fit my waist. So I do have a true hourglass figure, and most of the time when I buy jeans, if they're gonna fit in the thighs and the butt, it's way too big on the waist. So these jeans are made for curvy women. I absolutely love them, and they were only retailed for $75, but they were having a sale that if you got 3 items, you got 30% off. So they ended up being like 55 bucks plus tax. So this was the 3rd item that I picked out. It's kind of twisted. I ended up wearing it to trivia on Sunday night when I was in Chicago. My mom's actually the one that picked it off the rack, but it's a top. It's a short sleeve top, but the sleeves are super flowy, and so they're very comfortable on my arms. I do have larger arms, so unless something is stretchy or like flowy like this, things don't usually look good on my arms. And then it ties around the middle to accentuate my waist, and it looked really cute with the jeans too. So those are the 3 things that I got from Eloquii. Okay, and then at TJ Maxx, honestly, I wasn't looking for anything specific. I just was in the mood to shop. And I feel like if you're a TJ Maxx or Marshalls or whatever, if you're gonna try things on, like, you might as well like try on all the things. So I went into the dressing room with like, I don't know, 25 items or something ridiculous like that. I ended up purchasing 10 things. So let me show you what I got here. I got 2 sweaters slash wraps. So this one is long sleeve, and then it's kind of long, but it's not super flowy. It does lay very fitted, so I really like that. It's a little bit maybe casual depending on the dress I wear to work, because it's true cotton. And then I got this sweater that I wore today, so that's why it's inside out. It's Ellen Tracy's. It's a really nice brand. It's got a little like pin here. Not pin, like a, you know, like a little metal accent. It's just a super nice high quality sweater, but it was like $16 or something ridiculous at TJ Maxx. And then I just got a bunch of kind of like casual but nice t-shirts. So they're t-shirts, like either short sleeve or long sleeve, but they are nicer fabric, so I feel like I could wear them with leggings and not feel like a total bum, or I could even wear them with jeans. So I got, well, the white ones for something specific. So I got this one, which is burnt orange, so I am ready for football season, and it's just short sleeve. It's inside out, and it's got a like a satin lining on the top. $12.99. I got this one. Okay, they're all inside out because I tried them all on for my sister on Sunday. So this one is teal, and it's like it goes about to my elbow, and again, it's just a t-shirt, and it was $12.99. But I feel like with jeans and a cute necklace, or even with leggings, I wouldn't feel like a total bum, you know, wearing this out in public. That's a dress. This one is red, obviously, and it's long sleeve. It's like a full length sleeve, and it's got some little detailing on the neckline too, this little like kind of mesh detail. And then I got the white one, which is very simple. The neckline has a little bit of something different to it. It kind of crisscrosses on the neckline and makes it a little bit wider than just like a basic crew neck. And I got that to go with my overalls. So there was a, these are also inside out, Laken. There was definitely a mixed basket of reviews on the overalls. So I grabbed them because they are perfectly the right color for my football team. Like, this is Texas orange, and I just thought how cute would these be in the fall to wear to watch football games. Although in retrospect, now that I think about it, they're shorts. I'm not going to be able to wear shorts during football season in New York. I would only be able to wear these if I'm actually like in Texas. I guess I could wear them with tights. I've never been the person to wear shorts with tights, but maybe I'm gonna be that person. Anyways, I got these. I just thought they were fun and cute, and if I go to a game in Texas, they're perfect. And so I put a poll up on Instagram asking people if they were cute or if overalls were lame and not in style, and it was about half and half. It was about 50-50 on Instagram, but out of like my friends and family that I asked, everybody loved them, except my dad, but whatever. Everybody else thought they were cute, so I decided to get them. It was a little bit of a random purchase, but that's okay. I liked the color. And then I got 3 dresses. So I got 2 work dresses. One is this Calvin Klein dress. It's sort of a wine purpley color, and it's got this sort of detailing at the bottom. I'd actually tried this dress on before at Macy's when it was full price. I was looking for a simple black A-line dress, and I tried on this exact dress in black, but the sizing wasn't right. Whatever size I tried on at Macy's, they didn't have it. It wasn't my size. So I saw this one at TJ Maxx. They also had it in like an emerald green. But I don't really like wearing green with my hair. So I went with this purple one, and it's so cute. It fits perfectly. And then I got this black dress with this like stitching detail. It's Tommy Hilfiger. And again, TJ Maxx. So both these dresses were, I think, 40 bucks, which for a nice work dress is a really good deal. And then I got a burnt orange dress for football. This is one of those dresses that on the rack, it looks like it's just like a big floppy dress. I mean, it is. It is just a big floppy dress. There's no structure to it, which normally I don't go for because of my like curves, my body. I like dress to have a little bit more structure and accentuate my waist. But because of the fabric that this is and the fact that it lays nicely, it gives me structure once I have it on. Does that make sense? So I do feel like I need to give some dresses like a chance, because on the rack, this literally just looks like, you know, a pillowcase dress. But once I put it on, it actually looked really cute, and it was obviously super comfortable. So I'm excited about this dress. So that was it. That was it. Those are all the things that I bought when I was home in Chicago. I was so impressed. I was able to get all of that into my suitcase. I really did it. First off, I was really good about packing. I didn't overpack for the weekend. Like, I only brought what I was going to use. So there was a little bit of space in my suitcase. And then one of the dresses that I wore, the pink one with the blue flowers, that was Rent the Runway. That was Draper James by Eloquii. That one is super, super thick. So we went and returned it we didn't go return it. We were gonna go return it, and then we ended up not having time. And so my mom actually took it back to the Rent the Runway store in Chicago for me on Monday and returned it for me. And so then I didn't have to bring it home in my suitcase. So that was really nice. That's one of the best things about Rent the Runway, is that if you're in a big city, you can drop it off. They also have drop-off locations at WeWork sites now. So the like communal working spaces that WeWork has, some of them will have Rent the Runway drop-off spots where you can drop stuff off without having the UPS bag and having to drop it off at UPS. So anyways, those are all the things I bought. Now I need to finish putting all this away, and I'm hoping to squeeze in a bubble bath before Sam gets home. I really just kind of want to lay there and do nothing. Okay, one more thing. I do have to give a huge shout out and thank you to Damien, Kristen's husband over at Chrissy Designs. He is amazing. So do you remember when I talked about my Best Buy external hard drive not working, and I took it to Best Buy, and I had to pay $50 just to ship it out, and then they analyzed it. It took a long time, and by the time I heard back, it was gonna be like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and they were only gonna be able to rescue like 50 to 60% of the stuff that was on the hard drive. I was like, it's not worth it, just send it back to me. So they sent it back, I picked it up. While all that was going on, Kristen and I were talking, and she actually brought up that Damien actually had some skills retrieving footage from damaged devices. I don't know what Damien is a very talented human being. And so she offered for him to try and work on it. So after I got it back, I shipped it out to them, and he ended up messaging me and saying the same thing that Best Buy said, saying he could only get about 50 to 60%, and was it just videos and kind of back and forth. And I was like, yeah, that's what they said too, but he did it for the cost of shipping. And then so he sent it back to me with a flash drive with my videos that he was able to retrieve. So I am so appreciative that he was able to do that for me. And so at least I got some of the videos back, because some of those are some of my really early YouTube videos. Now I don't know why I need them. They're not probably that great, but you never know. If YouTube shut down tomorrow, I want to make sure that I have the copies of my videos. And I do know a lot of you message me, you can download YouTube videos. Like, there are websites that you can go in and download YouTube videos, but the quality is not as good, to be honest, because I've done it for other stuff, to have clips in my videos or just to test it, and it's not the same quality. Oh well, I'm gonna have to go and figure out which ones I don't have that I want to download. I really want to go through and like organize all my backup hard drive stuff, but that is obviously not a task, like an immediate need task, but that's a nice to have. That's something I'd like to do eventually. But anyways, I just wanted to say thank you again, Damien. Thank you so much. You're the best. Hello, happy Wednesday. I was like, what day is it? I just actually watched an episode of Friends where Joey's like, Wednesday, what day? Thursday, the third day. That's how I feel today. Wednesday, what day? This week has just sort of been throwing me off. That's how it always feels, I feel like, when I fly in on a Monday. But anyways, today was a good day at work. I feel like I got a lot of things done. I feel like I did things for both of my jobs that I'm currently doing. I'm in that weird transition where I'm half, you know, joined my new team, and I attend some meetings for that, and I have to read some things, but then I'm still wrapping a lot of stuff up and transitioning things from my old team. They're not immediately replacing me on my old team either, which is good and bad. So the bad part is that they're not getting somebody to just immediately do all of the work that I was doing. So it's having to be split up between a bunch of people that were on my team. The good news is it's not like one day I have to sit down and teach one person how to do everything that I did. I am transitioning different aspects of my job to different people over the course of this whole month. So it's been really good, and I made some really big strides on that today, getting them access to some things and whatnot. So that was good. I felt like I had a good day, but then I got home and immediately sort of just felt like, bleh. I feel very blah. But the call that I was supposed to have tonight, if you saw the plan with me, actually got rescheduled. So I think I'm gonna take a bubble bath because I didn't get to do one last night. Actually, okay, let's talk about that first. I have so many things to tell you, okay? I have a lot of things to chat about right now. So I did not end up having time to take a bubble bath yesterday. Sam ended up coming home, and we sat down and booked a bunch of flights. I posted about it on Instagram. We finally booked a flight to Dallas that we had to book for a wedding that's in October. I'm actually going to Dallas twice in October, once for a football game with my dad, and then once for this wedding with Sam. And then we booked our flights to Chicago for Christmas. That's always been, literally ever since we started dating. It's the one nice thing about him being Jewish and my family celebrating Christmas is that there's no conflict, and he has always come home with me for Christmas. Like, even we were 8 months dating, he came home with me for Christmas, and it's been really nice. So we booked our flights to Chicago for Christmas, and then we booked flights to China. Yep. You're like, wait, what? You're going to China? Yes. So while I was in Chicago over the weekend, Sam calls me. And at first I actually ignored it because I was with my friend and my mom and her mom, and I was like, I'm not answering. And then he calls a second time, and I was like, okay, let me answer it. And so I answered it, and he said, Yue is engaged. Yue is a friend of ours who lives here in the city. Sam met her through the theater industry. She's a theater producer, and she's Chinese, and we always like celebrate Chinese New Year with her and whatnot. Anyway, so that's great. She had moved in with her boyfriend, now fiance, maybe a year ago. I'm trying to think when we went to their housewarming party. regardless of when it was. I remember like recently celebrating their housewarming party when they moved in together and now they're engaged. I was like, that's great news, Sam. I'm very happy for them. He goes, oh, and they're getting married in China. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so great. Like, and look at all these international weddings that we get to go to. India this year, I'm so excited. China. And then he goes, on December 30th. Oh, what? 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 Like, it's August 10th, I think, when we had that conversation. I was like, okay, that's very soon. So it's very soon. But she is a good friend of ours. And I mean, we want to be there. We want to celebrate with her. And it does mean that we're cutting our time in Chicago short for the holidays, which my mom's not excited about. And then we have a wedding in Houston that we have to be back for on January 4th. So unfortunately, we aren't going to be able to spend that long in China. We're there for like 6 days with the time change. We're gone for like a week, but flying there takes like over a day with the time change and the travel time. So we leave Chicago on a Friday and get to Beijing on a Saturday. And then we leave the following Friday. So we have about 6 days there. For that long of a flight and that expensive of a flight, I would like to be spending more time there. But like, I mean, I hate using the phrase YOLO because I think that there's people, you sometimes misuse that concept. But I do believe in it, like making things happen when it is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And like, this is a good friend of ours who's getting married, and is it ideal for us to have paid that much for a flight and go to China in the middle of Christmas in Chicago and a wedding in Houston? No, that was not our plan. That is not, it doesn't fit the best in our lives, but it's okay. Like it's gonna be fine. It's gonna work out just fine. We're gonna make more money. We're going to be able to spend other holidays with my family, and we're still going to be there for Christmas. We're not like not going for Christmas. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's not the best situation, but I'm very excited. So that's what we ended up doing last night. Was we sat down, we booked all those flights, and I don't know, it's just exciting. We have so much going on. And that leads me into the other thing that I want to chat about. So I've actually been thinking about this for a while, maybe a month or two. And I don't really remember what instigated me feeling this way before, but when I actually sat down to look at the amount of travel that I'm doing in the fall and starting to prep for Vlogmas in December, I was just overwhelmed. There's just a lot on my calendar from Labor Day to New Year's. There's a lot going on. Oh, I'm so nervous to tell you this. So this is what I'm thinking is going to happen. I'm probably going to bring this up in more than one vlog just because I want to make sure that I am getting the message out there to everybody and that everybody we're all on the same page. But I couldn't, and this one I sort of was like, it's gonna get overshadowed by the Chicago trip, but I have to get it out and I need to share this with you. And again, I'm probably gonna share it in future vlogs just to make sure everybody hears it from me. But for September, October, and November, I am going to be eliminating one video per week. So currently I'm uploading videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Wednesday's usually the plan with me, and then a weekly vlog on Sundays. And while that has been working and I've had a lot of content to share and it's been really great and I've loved that setup, with the traveling that I have going on and the preparations that I need to start making for Vlogmas, like I need to start filming for Vlogmas because with my 9-to-5 job, I can't film 7 videos a week. That's just not realistic. Last year I started filming them in October, but I'm gonna be out of the country for a week and a half in November and then home for Thanksgiving. Last November, I wasn't out of the country and I was here for Thanksgiving because my parents came here. So I need to start prepping for Vlogmas like now. So with that and all the, like I said, all the travel, I am going to turn the Monday video into the weekly vlog. So the weekly vlogs will no longer go up on Sundays. They will now go up on Mondays. And then Wednesdays will still typically be the plan with me. And then Fridays will just be some sort of other content. My goals check-in videos, a monthly plan with me. I might be eliminating favorites videos. I might just weave those into weekly vlogs. to be honest, I talk about a lot of favorites videos in my weekly vlogs anyways, and there's already so many videos crammed at the end of the month that by eliminating a slot at the end of the month, it's really just, that one for me makes the most sense to kind of eliminate that. So that's where my head's at right now, and I just wanted to let you know. Let me know your thoughts. The way that I look at it is I could either keep up the schedule I'm doing now and not do Vlogmas, or cut back one video a week for September, October, November, so 3 months, and then be able to bring a great Vlogmas with great content to you. So that's where I'm leaning towards. That's what my gut is telling me to do. And then as I was walking home from the subway today, I was listening to a podcast talking about kind of adding in space where you need it to be. And now this podcast was specifically talking about YouTube, but the truth is it applies to a lot of things in your life. And maybe you were doing X per week or X per day, but the truth is, depending on what's going on in your life, that just might not be the best option for you. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling now so that you can let that digest and sink in, and we'll keep chatting over the next few weeks because, like I said, it won't kick in until September. The current schedule will continue through August. So I'm going to tidy up the apartment a little bit. I sort of left in a rush, eat some dinner, and then go take a bubble bath. Hello, happy Friday. We made it to the end of the week. It's about 5:30. It's so nice outside right now. I just got done dropping off Rent the Runway thing. I was gonna say package, I mean it is a package, but you know what I mean. I drop off my Rent the Runway bag at UPS, and I'm supposed to be meeting a friend at David's Bridal at 6. So she is a bridesmaid in an upcoming wedding, and the bride has said that she has to go to David's Bridal and get this one particular color, but she can get any style that she wants. And so she asked if I would tag along to help her sort of pick out things, because it's hard, especially when you're trying things on not in the color you're going to get it in. You have to be able to look past the color and really just focus on the style of the dress, and is this something that you're going to like or tolerate once it's in the color that she's supposed to be getting it in. I don't even actually know what color that is, but anyways, I am supposed to be meeting her at 6, and I was gonna just sit at my office, to be honest, and like edit or just do something at my desk until I was supposed to meet her. It's super close to my office, the David's Bridal, but it was so quiet in the office and it looked nice out, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna leave. So I dropped off my Rent the Runway, and now I think I'm just gonna go sit in the park. Madison Square Park is right near my office and near the David's Bridal, and I think I'm gonna go play Harry Potter. I think I'm gonna go enjoy the park and Harry Potter and the weather. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out this week's weekly vlog here so that I can go enjoy my evening with my friend. I think we're gonna go get dinner and drinks after, hopefully after it doesn't take that long to find her address. So I'm gonna close it out here. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you so much for watching. Happy planning. So as I mentioned in last week's vlog, I'm vlog that are at 10 every night in Chicago in the summer. No, okay, not every night, that's wrong. Is it focused on my face? I can't really tell. It's a good hairstyle there. Trader Joe's. Laken, you did not buy clothes at Trader Joe's. So it is long enough. Charlie, I'm trying to show them this. Damien, she, oh my God, cut this clip. So I did not end up having time to get, where am I going with this? Where am I going with this?